It was the first of 2 serious accidents I had, both of which changed the course of my life. A car pulled out to me at a junction and knocked me off my motorbike, killing me. Well, I was technically dead for 8 minutes.
Blake was rushed to intensive care, where he was placed in an induced coma. His family were told to expect the worst. Despite being close to death, Blake remembers waking up momentarily on that first night and seeing something that will stick with him forever.
It was this dark orb of energy oscillating next to me. I knew straight away that this was somehow connected to death.
But death, as Blake saw it, wasn't there for him. It was the patient in the bed opposite who passed away that night.
Whatever that orb was, it had come for him, and in seeing it with my own eyes, I somehow foresaw his death.
It wasn't the only time Blake was to see this orb while in ICU.
The second time, it was oscillating next to a young lad, 1 bed over from me. It was the middle of the night.
Blake panicked, and with what little energy he had, he buzzed for a nurse.
I said they needed to check on him, so I was worried. The nurse reassured me everything was fine.
But as Blake was falling back to sleep, the alarms went off. The young man had fallen into cardiac arrest.
I saw the energy from his body being sucked into the orb. All the while, the doctors and nurses were desperately trying to resuscitate you. I knew before any of them that this chap wasn't coming back.
Despite all this, Blake went on to make a full recovery and even replaced the motorbiking with cycling. And in his mind, the incidents with the orbs was isolated to the ICU. He'd almost forgotten about it completely, until...
There was the second accident. I'd been around to visit my mom. She was in the kitchen making me some lunch, shouting a million questions through the door. I walked in after her and there she was cooking, with the orb next to her. I screamed. She panicked. I asked what was wrong with her, where was the pain, but she just looked at me as if I had 2 heads.
Blake pulled his confused mother to the car and rushed to his local hospital.
I knew what that orb meant, but I wasn't having it. I wasn't having her dying. Nothing is predetermined. If she was about to have a stroke, then I was going to change the course for her, have her surrounded by top doctors when the so-called inevitable happened.
But her death was inevitable. It was her fate, but to Blake's horror, not the way he thought. On the way to the hospital, he ran a red light and got T-boned by a delivery truck. Blake's mother was killed instantly.
I killed her. That was her fate, to die at the hands of her own son. How do you even begin to rationalise something like that everything is predetermined? Did death know that I would interfere, try and drive her to the hospital? It's like a twisted game, and I lost. I've seen the orb a couple more times over the years, but I just put my head down and go about my day if I do. It's best I don't interfere with death anymore.